how's everyone doing out there? Dan here with the Regular Guy Garage. As before we get the video kicked off, what I really want to do is I want to have kind of an idle offer. I want to basically hear what you guys think about how both cars sound. The 2002 35th anniversary Camaro SS with the LS build that I just did, and then the 2017 Camaro Whipple Supercharged. So the 2002 SS, for those who don't know, LS and iron block LS, forged rods and pistons, small cam, long tube headers, no cats. I think it actually has a Flowmaster muffler. I thought it had SLP because the tailpipes say SLP, but there's a Flowmaster muffler welded in there. Probably going to change that because I'm not a huge fan of Flowmaster on these cars. On Fox bodies, all day long. I had Flowmasters on almost all of my Fox bodies, except for one I had Mac exhaust on, but that's what this one has. And then on the 2017 Whipple Supercharged, primary cats only, Borla attack exhaust, 3-inch all the way back, no secondary cats. So let's go ahead and start them up real quick. Obviously idle's a little bit different because we have cammed LS and then non-cammed LT, but let me know which one you actually prefer, which sound actually sounds better to you guys. Me personally, I like the cam chop, but once this gets a cam, I think that's really going to be it's going to be no contest. That'll just be the winner all day long. Went ahead and took the 2017 Whipple Supercharged Camaro out to the drag strip today. It is obviously not set up for drag racing. I do not personally enjoy drag racing that much. I like doing it a little bit, but I figured, you know what, it's a nice day. Probably a lot of people who are curious what it actually runs in the quarter mile. So I figured what the hell. Went ahead and took my son. We went down to the drag strip, watched a couple cars run first, and then I got to run it twice. I wasn't really too impressed with how it ran, but I mean, whatever. It's obviously faster than stock. I would have liked to see more out of it. But anyway, enough of me talking. Let's go ahead and check out how it did.
No AC? No, no U-turns on the racetrack. You can break down, which we hope you don't, but off to the side. You can pick up anybody, make sure you got $20.
Gotcha. And U10, right?
You got it. And we take complaints on Monday after 6 o'clock.
All right.
All right, go ahead, partner.
Thank you.
Enjoy yourself.
First run, not really too great. I realized that I was running the car in sport mode. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another run and see if there's any changes in track mode. Obviously, this is the first time I'm drag racing this car, so, you know, learning how to launch it, what power it can and can't take with a Whipple. Obviously there's a learning curve. I'm okay with the mile an hour. It's still really low from what I think it could be. We'll see if we pick up anything on the now that we got it in track mode. Alright, so as you guys can see, I am not a stellar driver. First time drag racing this car, so you know, still trying to learn the car itself, how much power I can actually put to the wheels. Not to mention these are the stock, these are the original tires that came with the car. They're the Goodyear Supercar 3 tires, and I've got almost 10,000 miles on them, so they are incredibly worn, and they're actually ready to be changed out. But I mean, whatever, I just run the car as it is. I didn't gut any of the interior or anything like that. There's no need for it. But so the first run, I have the time slip right here. Terrible 60 foot, 218, 8.1 to the 8th at 95, and then ended up being a 12.23 at 121. So there's a slip right there. A little bit disappointed with it. If I could have gotten a better 60 foot, you know, down to 1.8, it easily would have been in the 11s, but I would have liked to have seen a lot more mile an hour also. I let the car cool down for maybe 20 minutes, so not really much cool down there. Went ahead and ran it again, and that one was just a pedal fest. First run, I actually did it in sport mode. I don't think there's really a difference. I put it in track mode for the second one, and first gear was non-existent. Just started spinning the tires, kind of short shifted to second. I did have to kind of pedal the gas pedal real quick because I wasn't trying to put it into the wall. So the second run was a terrible. It was like a 12.55 at 119.8. But like I said, this car is set up for, I'm setting it up for actually road coursing it, and I want to finish building it before I actually take it out onto a road course and put down some, you know, as best of a lap time as I can. I am working with a few friends of mine. They do, I forget the organization is called, but it's basically an organization for veterans and they allow them to go out and do some of the road courses and stuff. So I'm going to try and get into that. But obviously, those road course events, a lot of heat gets built up in the engine, and like I said in the past few videos, this car needs forged pistons before that actually happens. So that's where we're at with it. I mean, still fun time, you know, drag racing it, but I know that, you know, a lot of comments are going to be coming in, you know, so-and-so runs whatever on a stock motor, and on a Mustang, whatever those bugs are incredibly loud. And quite honestly, I really don't care. Like I said, you know, I more or less was just taking it out to see what it could do, you know, mile an hour wise, you know, just have a little fun. I myself was disappointed with it. I would have liked to see more, but I mean, it is what it is. So that's what the car was able to do. Partially my driving skill, you know, kept the time down. Plus, I mean, you know, 20-inch wheels with a 35, are they 35s or 30s? They're, you know, these tires are not obviously drag tires, so very difficult for me to actually launch the car. I didn't use launch control or any of that stuff. I know it has it, but I mean, I just went out there to, you know, let it rip and see what it could do, have some fun. Pretty confident that if I, you know, maybe gave it another couple tries or threw some drag radials on it or something, I'm confident I could easily be in the 11s. But you know, that's not really my goal with this car. Just kind of went out, have some fun, see what it would do, and you know, unfortunately they let me down. Alright guys, so there it is, the 2017 Camaro SS at the drag strip. Nothing impressive. I'm a little bit let down, a little bit heartbroken, whatever. Like I said, this thing is going to hit the road course, and that's what I really want to do with this thing. This one is going to be more or less the car that I'm going to have at the drag strip. So as the guys who follow the build realize, this car has the forged rods and pistons and is set up to, I gapped the rings on the pistons when I built the engine to withstand either a lot of nitrous or a lot of boost. I gapped them for nitrous, but I'm pretty sure if I throw boost at it, it'll be just as good because they're not stock gap. They're a little bit wider so it can handle all that heat. But this will be the drag. This car will be better at drag racing than that one. So if you guys like the video, be sure to give it a like. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. My Instagram @regularguygarage. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.